About myself and the company, I am Andrew Mwangi Mwenje. I work with I&M Bank Limited. I have been with the I&M Bank for around 10 years, and I am the Chief Audit Executive of I&M Bank. We have been using TeamMate for the last roughly 9 years, thereabouts. Before the use of TeamMate, we had a couple of them, but I'll just mention the main ones. The first one was actually on our documentation. We used to find that since we were doing it manually, there was a lot of scattered documentation all over the place. You'd find, as a reviewer, in case you wanted to review some works, you'd find that you couldn't get the documentation. Sometimes you'd get reports, but there was no evidence of the work that had been done. You had people who would store their documentation in their drives as opposed to shared folders and the likes. That was a big pain point, and at that particular point is where now TeamMate came in to more or less save the day. Precisely because of that, one of the things that TeamMate provides is a place where all the documentation can be done uniformly, where you can store all your documentation, where you can raise all your issues, where you can generate reports from specific sources. All the reports that you generate have to be all within one space, and of course, we also realized that one of our pain points, maybe which I hadn't mentioned before, was tracking corrective action plans for our clients. So that was also one of the pain points, and TeamMate actually came and managed that pretty well for us. I'll start with the stakeholders. For the stakeholders, we have mainly the corrective action plans. That is what we call Team Central. The tracking of these corrective action plans has become easier. It is no longer manual. It is done through alerts that are sent regularly, and we can actually generate reports directly from TeamMate onto directly to the management committees as well as the board audit committee. For ourselves as auditors, at least we have a central point where all our work is being kept, all our documentation, all our evidence, as well as all our reports. So this has actually made it very easy, not just for the supervisors, even for the head of the department as well, and even for any person who might want to actually do like an external review, like an EQAR, an external quality assurance review. The use of TeamMate has evolved in a couple of different ways. The first one is in terms of how the team views how data is supposed to be stored. How the team views, secondly, how audits are supposed to be done, and how conclusions are supposed to be arrived at, and how reports are also supposed to be generated. So by and large, we've seen number one, more professionalism from the team. We've also seen how the team treats information and how they analyze information and how they come to conclusions about the work that they are doing. So that has been actually aligned pretty well as opposed to before, where you had more or less scattered workings.